You ever feel stuck like your mind won't stop racing and no matter what you do, you're just going in circles? That's what worrying feels like. A hamster wheel you can't get off. Your thoughts run wild with all the what ifs, and it feels like you're trapped in your own head. It's exhausting, isn't it? But here's the truth. Worrying doesn't solve anything. All it does is drain your energy, steal your peace, and keep you from living your life right now. So, how do you stop worrying and finally start living? Let's start here. The first step to dealing with worry is to notice when it's happening. I know that sounds simple, but it's true. You can't deal with something if you're not even aware of it. So, when you feel like your mind racing, pause for a second and just acknowledge it. Literally, say to yourself, okay, I see you worry. That little moment of awareness is powerful because it gives you the chance to step back instead of letting those thoughts completely take over. Now, here's the thing about worry. It usually comes from obsessing over things you can't control. Think about it. How many of your worries are about the future, other people's reactions, or situations you have zero power over? Probably a lot of them, right? That's why the next step is to shift your focus to what you can control. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can do right now to help the situation or help myself? It could be something super small, like sending an email, making a call, or even just writing down your thoughts. Taking action, even a tiny one, can immediately make you feel more grounded and in control. Here's a little trick that helps me when I start overthinking. I ask myself, what's the worst that could happen? Be honest with yourself here. Most of the time, even the worst case scenario isn't as bad as we've built it up to be in our heads. And once you've thought about the worst, flip it and ask, but what if it actually works out? You'll start to realize that most of the fears running through your mind are just exaggerated stories you've created. They're not facts, they are just thoughts. Another thing to keep in mind is that worry is rarely about the present. It's almost always tied to something in the future that hasn't happened yet or something in the past that you can't change. But the present, that's where all your power is. Right now, in this moment, you have the ability to choose what you focus on, what you do, and how you show up. So instead of getting caught up in what if, shift your attention to what now. What can you do today that moves you forward, even in the smallest way? And listen, gratitude is a game changer when it comes to stopping worrying in its tracks. It doesn't have to be a big, elaborated process. Just take a second to think about what's going right now in your life. Maybe it's your health, your relationships, or even just the fact that you have a roof over your head. When you focus on what you're grateful for, your mind naturally moves away from what's wrong and starts to see what's good. It's a simple but powerful way to shift your perspective. Lastly, and this is the hardest part, you have to trust the process. I know that's easier said than done, but it's so important. Worrying doesn't change the outcome of anything. It just keeps you stuck in your head, replaying the same scenarios over and over. So trust that things will work out, even if you can't see how yet. Trust that you'll figure it out as you go, even if the path ahead isn't crystal clear. The pieces will fall into place, but you've got to let go of the need to control every single detail. So the next time you catch yourself spiraling, take a deep breath, pause, remind yourself that you don't have to solve everything today. Focus on what's in your control. Let go of the rest and trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Because it's not about having all the answers. It's more about taking it one step at a time and letting life unfold. The more you practice this, the easier it will get. And before you know it, you'll be spending way less time worrying and way more time actually living. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Darlene. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe for more content like this one. And like I always say, you don't have to be perfect to start, but you do have to believe in the incredible potential within you. And honestly, the first step is simply trusting that you are capable of more than you realize. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.